guys, BoostedWheelie here. Just wanted to give you an update video. So I was supposed to have lots of stuff coming this weekend onto this channel. I was supposed to be going to Peoria Saturday for BMW M Madness to go check out the car show there and breathe the 318 Ti. And then Sunday, supposed to go to Rallycross race. Unfortunately, I did not make it to either. I couldn't get the car going in time. I had some issues with this car, so it's been some weird stuff, I think possibly coincidental stuff. So basically, once I got the car running and driving, finally, after missing the first Rallycross event, got the car running and driving. So a little bit of backstory, before it went out, I bought the car running and not driving, I had to do a couple things, but I bought the car running and starting. And after 50 miles of driving it, the starter went out on me. So, okay, whatever, replace the starter, which I posted that video for you guys. Definitely a pain on this car, at least the way that I do it. I've tried doing it from just the bottom side, and it's like no room to work with to get the starter out once it's actually disconnected. So, we got to remove the intake alternator, pull everything out, sucks, it is what it is. So, replace that starter, fine, started working again. I had the starter tested bad. Got a new starter, put everything back together, started and ran and worked perfectly. Cut two, that wasn't until right after the race. I got my new starter in, I got everything back together, got it running, got everything else done that it needed to get to the Rallycross race. Drove it about another 50 miles and boom, no crank, no start again. So I'm like, crap, here we go again. Had the starter out and tested again. Turns out starter tested bad, which I'm not sure how it tested bad. I think the person that tested it just didn't test it right, or just didn't know any better, but it failed to test. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe, starter's out again. So I got another new starter and checked, and my battery was only sitting at about 12.3, 12.4 volts, which should be sitting at least 12.6. So I figured, okay, well, maybe it's got a dead cell in the battery because the alternator's newer. So dead cell in the battery, possibly causing those starter solenoids to burn up. Okay, so kind of made sense. Somewhat in my head. Got a new battery, got the starter, got everything put back together. Turned the key, still no crank, still no start. So I went through, did a little bit more testing, went through with my multimeter. And found out that it's something in my EWS system because I put a jumper wire on my EWS connector and basically tried to bypass the EWS module, and sure enough got some crank but no fuel, no start. So something definitely tells me that we weren't getting a good connection somewhere between that DME box to the ECU. So there's something in that system that is just not working. And this is a 1996, so this has EWS2, OBD2. So I tried a bunch of things and was just not getting anywhere with getting this figured out and getting this running. So unfortunately, we missed race event again. So I'm not the happiest about it, but what that means and what I ended up doing last night, maybe not the wisest, but take out the pain of not being able to race again and missing it. I went ahead and spent about $700 in parts for this girl right here. So that way we can go ahead and start rebuilding this. I haven't decided yet. I'm still trying to decide if I want to tear it all the way down, remove the heads, and put a cut ring gasket and stud it, because this will be getting boosted in the future. Or if I should just do my normal, easy, accessible gaskets and not touch the head gasket for now, and come back to that when I do indeed boost the car, which at that point probably get the machine head, or I said that backwards, get the head machined and decked, and then it might be a little bit of a difference, might need a thicker head gasket. So I do eventually want to do a cut ring head gasket in this though, and get this studded so that it's a little bit, handles a little bit better for boost application when we do end up turboing this. But so yeah, I got all kinds of parts, all the gaskets that I need for this, every belt, seals, front main, rear main, everything for that transmission, input shaft seal, output shaft seal, shift selector. So we ordered everything to go ahead and get this engine tore down, refreshed, put back together, and go ahead and get this swapped into the car. And this is going to be my fix to this EWS issue. Since this isn't M50, it came out of 1992. It has a red label DME over here. I'll show you guys. So we got the red label DME to go with it. EWS 1, so it's going to be a lot easier to bypass and to get around and tossed into this car and get a working, starting, running engine in here again. So definitely stay tuned. There's going to be lots of good footage coming, tearing this down and refreshing, rebuilding this M50B25TU. That does have Vanos, so I'm going to probably do a Vanos rebuild on this as well while I got this out of the car. And yeah, so get that refreshed. The only thing I haven't got yet is a clutch assembly. I'm trying to decide. I'm thinking I'm going to get a 6-plug clutch, but they are pretty expensive for a decent one for this car. Looking at for flywheel and clutches, I was in the ballpark of $700 to $1,000. So waiting a little bit on that, since I already spent so much money on that and some other things this weekend. I'm gonna wait on that. That'll be kind of the last thing that I get, but that's kind of where we're at with it right now. This means it's time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get racing and deal with this stupid M44, but that means it's time to just get rid of it, get it junked, and to go ahead and get the shop started. So it's something I've been wanting and needing to do anyway, something that was going to happen anyways. Just sucks that I had to get it started this soon, but is what it is. I do have to have a little bit of wait. I wanted to get this car caged first and start doing all the interior stuff before I swapped it, but it's going to be a little bit of wait. I was talking to the guy that's going to do the cage for me. Got someone ahead of me, and he's really busy this next couple months, which is no big deal. So I'm going to get started with the swap instead, and I'm going to drive this in with an M50 swapped motor in to get the cage and get working on that. So that's kind of where we're at with everything. Fortunately, couldn't make it. I'm going to have some other videos posted up soon as well. Some other things that I've done with the car in order to get this somewhat race ready. I've got these door cards, which I'll make. I got video coming for that. Shout out to my boy Tasik. I kind of stole his idea with a little bit of a twist with these door straps. I did it a little bit different, but video coming for that, and I'll show you kind of what I did for some cheap door cards. I've got some upside down right now, but if I can get this without hurting myself or the car. Got some NRG seats for really cheap. I only paid $150 for both of them. This has a little bit of tears right here, but the other seat is in really good shape. They're just a little bit dirty and need vacuumed up, but got the seats, got some M bumpers, still got all kinds of parts sitting over there waiting to go into this girl. It's just time now to rip this stupid thing out and get rid of this atrocity and this DME in here. And I'll show you guys too. I think that this might possibly kind of be my problem. It's a common issue with these E36s to get water down in the DME compartment, and as you can see, it looks pretty nasty and like water has definitely gotten in there. So I could be dealing with a bad DME as well, which could be shorting things out, or like I said, just could be coincidental that starter was really bad the first time and it wasn't bad the second time. The person starting it just didn't do it properly, and EWS or DME crapped out. Either way, time to pull that crap out, get this new M50 in, get some more mods going, and hopefully get to a drift track soon. Anyways, thanks you guys for watching. Please share this video, like it, subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at BoostedWheelie. Kind of stay up to date a little bit more than the YouTube channel and some other cool behind the scenes stuff. But otherwise, thanks you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day. Peace.